Hi, you guys. How are you? I just had to come on. We've been at a softball tournament all weekend. It's just been kind of nutty around here, and I didn't want to give anyone's hopes up that I would be coming live, but I'm like out of the fire pit. I'm like, I have to tell them this story, and we got to do a Tarotscope at least over MaraLago before this week hits. I know that we have a quarter moon tomorrow, no, the next day. You guys, we're like hitting a major, massive tipping point. Let me say hello to all of you. Hi, Michelle, my belle, and Wendy Joy, and Sandra, and Teresa, Paisley, Marby, Wendy Joy. Oh, you must have seen that on Twitter. I said, guess what, you guys? And I posted a picture of 6 little puppies, and we get one. It arrives, be ready, end of July, beginning of August. So yeah, we're excited. I feel like we're nesting over here. Hi, Sharon and JK and Sherry Ann. Aloha, Sandy, Miriam. Whoops, it all tipped off again. And Cynthia and Paisley was sorting laundry just in time. And Galactic Goddess and Sharon and Bonnie and Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot. Hey, how are you guys doing up north? Charlene, Charlie. How are you guys doing? Did I get everyone? Desrat. Nice to see you. Hello, group. Okay, so I have to tell you this story that I just could not even believe this happened last week. So if you guys got to see Top Gun Maverick, if you just remotely even liked Top Gun, you know, back in the 80s when it came out, I know, like, I was in high school and that was like the movie forever. They did such a fantastic job with this movie. It is jaw-dropping. I was just full of tears at the end for so many reasons, but I did not even realize how badly me personally, 16-year-old me really needed to have things resolved from Top Gun. I mean, because there's like some things left undone, because, Goose, spoiler alert, it's been 36 years, you guys, come on. Goose passed away, Top Maverick, Tom Cruise's flight partner, okay? And at the time, Goose, who, I think this is Meg Ryan's breakout movie back in 86, and they had a little boy, and that little boy grew up, and he's in this movie too. So there's so many things that get resolved in this movie, and it's so good. But the thing is, before the movie started, this I've never experienced. Tom Cruise comes on, before they like exact same opening scene from 86, the music, the scenery, the font, the everything. That's the only thing I'll tell you guys. But he comes on before that rolls and he just says, like, I am so glad you're all here to watch this movie. Please enjoy it. And so what happened was, this movie was in the making for I don't know how many years. It was ready to go like in 2019, and then 2020 happened. It had the delay. So this is like kind of old, I guess, for a movie. So it finally got released this year, 2022. And so I was just sitting there thinking, oh, that's interesting, because, 2020 was the great year, the radical year that broke the timeline of human history and just kind of leveled us up into a new era on the master timeline. Like, you have the Jurassic age. Well, you have the post-2020 age, because 2020, not only did we obviously have the pandemic, but there were astrological things that were all happening at once. One we haven't seen in like 5,000 years. Another was 200 years, and on and on. And another one 13 years, and on and on and on. And 6 eclipses. So I'm like sitting there thinking, well, that's just really interesting. So as the credits are rolling, and the credits, they take at least 10 minutes or so we didn't even make it to the end, and it's got that teeny tiny font, and things are just moving up that black screen. So I'm just sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, I am so glad that he didn't release this movie it did not get released in 2019 because it's such an American icon of a movie and our heroes and the big screen and the all that stuff. And I'm like, I'm so glad that actually we saw this in 2022 because this movie Top Gun then bridges the Saturn-Pluto conjunction and USA version 2.0, you know, our Renaissance. And I'm just sitting there thinking, that is really amazing because it made me feel like I had my analog life back. I felt like I had my life back. It had that vibe that was free of disinformation and modern this and apps and blah, blah, you know, this whole like modern crazy age with digital stuff. I love movies like that that take you back to that time before that. So I'm just like, you know, that's just really great. I love that this movie straddles that timeline of like USA Reborn and then with our Pluto return. I'm like, this is really fantastic for us because it really reaches to our past and brings us back to here. And it just really gets us easily aligned with that whole thing. And I was just so moved by these thoughts that I was thinking. And then I like, you know, put down the popcorn. I look up at the screen and my eyes instantly focus on this one point. And I'm like, why am I focusing here? Because Spirit does it. Like, that's where I get a lot of stuff. It's like my eyes get directed towards something before I can like see it and figure out what it is. That happens. And the name that is scrolling up is Queenie Li. I'm like, what? And then I would just had to like be like, mind my thoughts. I'm like, Spirit, is that a, and they're like, yes, what you were thinking about. So I had to sit there. I'm like, what was I thinking about? It was that whole thing about Top Gun bridging us to old us to new us, free of all that garbage, and that we're going to be okay. It was a sign that we're going to be okay. And it just scrolled up, and I just carried that with me for several days last week. You know, let's just take some cards and just say, here, before, after. What is this movie, Top Gun Maverick, doing for USA 2.0? Okay, so this is the before tarot. So the before tarot, kind of feeling like some sort of lifestyle, our lives, something was taken from us. We're no longer there anymore. We've transitioned way out of there. To the after tarot, and what is this moving helping to bridge us to our wonderful USA, who we truly, truly are. Okay? So, this movie, the components of this movie, the most important thing for USA in the past, before Pluto return in 2020, that meant so much to us as a nation and who we are. This is just going to be just very I want to know this burden, this challenge that we are feeling from there, but is going to help us. There's something that's crosswise that is, it's like sadness that we're like, are we ever going to get that back? That's what's in question. And then the after tarot, how does this movie, you know, linking both worlds effortlessly? Oh my gosh, the astrology charts and the release dates, I was like, oh my gosh, it's just like they were twins. It bridges us to here. Oh, this picks up from here. That thing that's, that kind of that sadness we kind of long for. And is going... Okay. Original Top Gun. That vibe. Longing for the past, our childhoods. Full of emotion, innocence. I started up here. The Pentacle, the Ten of Pentacles. American exceptionalism. Our entertainment. Of course, it enriched us as a wealthy nation, but it's like we were all feeling that. We never questioned it. We never questioned, I mean, we questioned our rights, but we knew our Constitution was intact. You know what I mean? We didn't really question a lot of things. Five of Cups. The past. Things were slowly getting knocked over. This is in the 80s. So, like foreign influence. The star. Yes. The star. We were the star. The hope. Future. Ooh. The devil. The devil that we're chained to. This has been the Constitution. But with Hollywood and wealth and extravagance and being a world leader comes with responsibilities and how they're being handled. At the, yes, Three of Cups, a celebration. Things are working harmoniously for the most part. It was pre-digital life. It was our analog lives. And now, bridging to now, the thing that we feel like we can't get back there, there's kind of this longing for searching for, oh, not necessarily riches, but life was easier. Life is really expensive now. And this is before this artificial inflation. It's just everything is nickeled and dimed. College is, everything is expensive. Everything you want to get is expensive and can be burdensome. It was easier then. It was, now everything's a la carte. That was kind of all-inclusive. The Tower. We've been rocked upside down. We missed some of that stuff. Here, then, how this movie then bridges these worlds. We have the, oh, whoops, wait. Strength. Oh, ooh, strength. The movie's a strong movie. It is a strong movie. The Ten of Wands. Lots of burdens. Where we are now, things are kind of falling apart. Trying to get to our happy family. It is so much work in order to show strength in these areas. It's a lot of work. We're willing to do the work. So is this the White House, or this is just happy home, happy family? It's all of it. This is what's bridging us from that movie. Been at our feet. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, what? What, tarot? What? We are anchored in what? This movie helps us, oh, Four of Cups, decide what's important. We've had enough. We're taking it all in. We're getting up. We're remembering who we are. Taking it all in. The Page of Wands. Good news, bad news. Trying to get a semblance of direction. Life is confusing. We want to get here to the sun, the revelation, because we know it's so close. In the past, lots of anxieties about our past, trying to not necessarily get back to our past, but a lot of anxiety about how to, our lives were easier. Leading to a structured government. Page of Swords. information, Knight of Swords, oh, the government, our government is ready to go to work. And do what? Already has a foundation, what it's planning to do, and put out there the Eight of Cups. We need to get back. We have some unfinished business, yes. Four of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Emperor. So we have some unfinished business that is being tended to, where there was order. We had our courts. We had the rule of law. But we have to be so silent, waiting for these things, wondering what happens. These things, they are bridged together. It's not as hard as we're making it out to be. That's what I'm getting. It's not as hard. It's that easy just by going to sit and watch this movie. It's an instant vibe lift for everybody. I'm like, I just want to go watch this movie every single day because I'm like, oh, that's who I am. That's who we are. Crystal, crystal clear. I loved it. How are you guys doing? Let me check in and say hi. Hi there. You know, Beth, I just decided to come on. You didn't get a notification that I was on? Sometimes if you unsubscribe, resubscribe, and re-hit that notification button, it works. I don't know. You guys know I've just got some wonky algorithm going on. So that happened. Oh, my throat. I got this movie is saying too, there's so many distractions that disconnect us so easily. We get confused and distracted. And it's just, there are going to be so many simple things. Life is going to be that Life is going to be that simple where we're able to just turn it back on. You guys, there is something big coming down. Really, really big. And so I wanted to look at this new moon Gemini that we had. It was last week, but I wanted to make sure, I want to do the Tarotscope over Trump Tower because there is something going on. That whole thing with Meadows and Scavino and what they gave up, oh man, they gave up some really big stuff on Trump. They gave up stuff on Ginny. They gave up stuff, I swear, about mass shootings. I feel like that's why this Uvalde thing, there's a new sense of urgency that is happening based on what happened in Uvalde and all these subsequent shootings now. And Scavino and Meadows have insight into how that whole thing operates. So it's kind of like the plan that was going, kind of like a record scratch, like, whoop, wait, what do we got to do now? What's going, it just kind of was a game changer in that we got a new perspective and urgency. I need to get this. Here we go. So that was that. That is still playing out very much. I cannot even keep up with the news because every single day something is happening. I will tell you that right now, Mercury is direct, but it's in Taurus. It is moving so slowly because when, planets were Mercury was retrograde for about 3 weeks. It went direct on the 2nd. But when planets switch positions and they go direct, they're sleepy. It takes them a really long time to wake up. This Mercury is going to be at this 26, 27 degree mark for like a week. And then slowly it'll move forward. It will not get to Gemini until the 14th on Donald's birthday. Surprise! Also, Saturn went retrograde I don't even know which day it was, but that is always very bad for the GOP and Donald because it's like everything catches up with them. It takes the wind out of their sails, and someone always gets busted badly. And I think that was Navarro, I think. The other thing I have my eye on that is happening now And there is going to be a lot of activity and fighting like everywhere in the skies above DC, just everywhere. It's going to get really loud and kind of aggressive from our Pluto return, because right now Mars is 9 degrees Aries. Oh my God. Did Pelosi do anything? Because at our Pluto return on February 20th, the midheaven was 7 degrees Aries. So we've got Jupiter right here. We've got Mars over here in the skies. It's going to be here for a while. Jupiter is still hanging out in this area of the law and law enforcement. And so this is straddling the top of the chart in Washington, D.C. There's a lot of synergy going on. And once this Jupiter goes over the top, it's gonna be like fireworks. What's Mars doing right now? What is Mars doing right now? Mars, let's just say like tomorrow, the rest of this week. Jupiter is still in this area of the law, doing some work. This is lands far away. So we've got Ukraine, Russia, and China. Notice how much China's coming up lately. Judgment. I am seeing this judgment card everywhere. Judgments are out there through the Justice Department. It's just like we're just waiting. Decisions have been made here and overseas. The Four of Swords. This is just a matter of time. The judgments are there. It's just a matter of time to wake them up. The King of Wands. The leadership to do that, but no, this is everything overseas with Putin, Xi, all them yahoos. So Mars, like this week, we're... The Fool card. This is my card for indictments. Sealed indictments. Here goes my throat again. Peter Navarro, before he was indicted, I did a Tarotscope. He came up with the Fool in the 5th house of the Sun. That's an individual's creative expression, their heart. Then, the night before he was arrested, I happened to do a Tarotscope because I think I was catching up from his... He wouldn't comply with the subpoena. I'm like, what? He's got the Fool on the ascendant? Like the card of the reading? And then the next day when he was arrested, I did a Tarotscope on him being indicted. And this was in the exact same place, on the ascendant. I'm like, this is such the indictment card. So, indictments this week, you guys. Judgments for crimes. For crimes about things that whoever's getting indicted was responsible for the timing and the fortune of something taking place and someone benefiting from it. The hearings start on the 9th. It's Thursday. Jupiter. This is still over here in our with the laws. Yes. This is a major target. Yes. There is action going on. Action Jackson. There are discussions on this and what they're going to do. This Jupiter also has to do with what's going on in Ukraine. Is beating the pants off Putin. And we have Russia. There you go. The devil. China. The 5 of Pentacles. Because we're not supposed to see them. They're supposed to be so low-key. I think this might have to do with January 6th because they funded Proud Boys. They have so much more activity than we realize with what's going on with that. It's just ridiculous. Hi, you guys. Yes, Steve Myers. A big thank you to all the moderators who keep us safe. Dr. Nancy is such a great, total fool. Linda Foster, prayers for Harold. We love Harold. Okay, so that's that. Let's get to this Tarotscope over MaraLago because, you guys, stuff is happening. There is so much stuff happening. I wish I could get ahead of it and give you guys the heads up, but it's like we've got eclipses merging, we've got Jupiter, Pluto, we've got Saturn, Pluto, we've got more eclipses. And like, remember when Biden was overseas for that new moon eclipse in Gemini last year? That's all happening. And then what else is happening? It's just too much. I can't keep track of it. So, this was a new moon in, I want to show you guys Washington, D.C. What is this? This is the Pluto return. No, this was Washington, new moon Gemini in D.C. We're still in this new moon Gemini. We get to the quarter moon in about a day and a half. I thought it was very, very interesting that at this new moon on the ascendant, the east, the west, sign coming over the ascendant was the United States Venus at 3 degrees Cancer. So not only is this about our values, it's going to be about money and women, votes, voting, all those Venusian things, inflation, our our money. And there's been a real sense of, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But here's the thing. I'm like, I know, President, but what are you doing? What are you doing? We can't see it. Because the sun and moon here was in this 12th house. Secrets, hidden enemies, your blind spot. And the whole sign is intercepted. Nobody can see what's going on. It's just, you kind of know something's going on, but it's like a double door shut down. You cannot see that at all. But there sure as heck is so much going on in the skies above. That was it. Okay, so, and I am just seeing so many things. I'm like, we got to take a look at Trump Tower. So, Trump Tower. Oh. No, I don't want Trump Tower. I want MaraLago. Yes. This is what we're doing. Wow. This is wow. Oh, my throat. I won't stop. This is why I think something is going on, because I just can't. Oh. Look at this. Oh, gosh. So, right here, this cusp here, first house, who I am, second house, my income gains, also one's health. We've got 22 degrees Cancer here. And we've got 22 degrees Capricorn here. It's going on over MaraLago with a partner or an adversary. This is the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, our great reset, changing world power, world government structure. This is the government. Here's Donald, 22 at 23 degrees Cancer is his Venus, and at 25 degrees Cancer is his Saturn, and front and center is everything about his money, votes, lack of values, but income. And his sun has just risen here. So it's like his own sun and his own moon here. They're just right conjunct the horizon, but his sun has just risen. So this is like, you know, getting whacked. Again, your blind spot, you like wake up and boom, something bad happens. Over here, his moon, 6th house. This area has to do with like bad fortune. And this has to do with like bad luck. Okay? He's like right at those endpoints where there's nothing he can do. He's caught. There's no wiggle room. It's very, very uncomfortable. This, oh boy. So this 3rd house, communications, this is 11 degrees Leo. This is the ascendant of the GOP party. So there's something going on with how the GOP party is presenting itself and how they're going to be wanting to talk to Donald. There's 12. This is 19, Scorpio. My goodness. 10, 11, 12. Yeah. So there's stuff going on. And look at all the planets are in the skies for everyone to see. And guess what? No interceptions. This isn't our blind spot, but things can really still affect him. He cannot keep anything secret. Everything is like, he has no control over. Oh, Pisces. Pisces, this is like the big secret. How are you guys doing? Hi, Catherine Rodriguez. A homeless man was set on fire at Trump Tower? That is horrible. And stuff like that happening outside of Trump Tower. And all these shootings, I just feel like these guys, especially Putin, has been like, okay, that's it, we're at war. You know, it's gonna be a difficult summer, you guys. Especially during Leo season, okay? I don't know, this stuff will not calm down until after Leo season. Who are you, MaraLago? Ugh. That works. These cards feel like, oh, all right. It's like Donald's almost like, why bother? I can't get anything done. Nothing's going to go my way. It feels kind of dejected. Why bother? Boy. Okay. New Moon Gemini. Lots in the skies. What's going up? Black Moon Lilith mystery. So this Black Moon Lilith mystery is what was showing up for Uvalde and mass shootings. Sagittarius IC. Abroad, also the law. Air element comes. Beginnings and endings. Yep, you betcha. So this is what's bringing life into the chart for this week. I swear every single week I'm seeing Donald with this endings and beginnings. First house, where are you? Mercury retrograde, reinvention. Yeah, it was Mercury retrograde. It's since gone direct, but you're still trying to reinvent the story, and you can't. You can't. The secret, stability. Stability is the secret. That is interesting. I've never seen that at Trump Tower or MaraLago. Hidden enemy. Part of fortune increase. Something and timing is the hidden enemy. Networks and friends, Donald. Uranus, more explosive surprises. These might be all the mass shootings. What's crowning MaraLago? Jupiter abundance. A lot of stuff. The law, ninth house. Taurus, I have. The law. Russia, China. What do you have? That's so weird to see that too. Shared resources, MaraLago. Trying to hide the secrets that he has with partners. Really, there's a lot they want to cover up. Seventh house. Oh. So this is saying go to the fourth house roots. Your defenses, your secret hiding place. Your clan where you come from is reversed. Is he having some problems with Mark Meadows? People in the party not coming through? 6th house. Sun spirit, something coming to light and being revealed. Still trying to cover this up. 5th house of the sun. Fire desire. I want something. I really want to keep it hidden. The 4th house roots. Water element sensing. Sensing things are going awry. Things are not going well with a partner. Trying to keep covering this up. His communications. The 9th house faith. This is Russia. Trying to get Russia to come through with something. And if this is Russia, they have Taurus. They have the goods. 2nd house. Income gains, values. So, oh my God. Do you see what's going on here? So his worth, his income is dependent on a 7th house partner trying to make something happen. His Venus is right up against there. So you look to that. It's not going quite so well with the partner. Taurus has to do with the 2nd house here. So this is a partner overseas communicating with the GOP. What's going on here? Who's your 7th house partner? You're having problems with the 7th house partner. Who's your 7th house partner? If this was laundering or crypto, but a way to, these are sanctions. Partners are pissed off about sanctions. That's what it is. Okay, I want to start drawing cards, but I really got to get the tarot laid out here. Who are you? MaraLago. Ooh, secret. Enemy. Network. Taurus, that is just secret. There's something is not going right. He is not having fun. Transnational mob. Ooh. There we go. His transnational mafia. This was the Trump, Putin, Unji, Netanyahu, all of them. Reversed. They're having some problems. Some mercenaries. Some people carrying money back and forth that the emperor wants someone to take action upon. Who are you, MaraLago? Treasonous bastard. Heartbroken. Donald, what are you heartbroken about? Or is this your betrayal? About your agreement. Putin is pissed off. He is having a lot of heartache about their big, bad plans. Putin is pissed. What's the secret going on here? The mob. Winning unfairly. The hidden enemy. Are all those judgments, and there's a shite ton of them, you guys. Oh, ouch. Okay. Your networks, your friends, Uranus genius. Usually this is like an op when you're having all these shootings or terror events. The King of Swords. Now this has been Attorney General Garland. Surprise! You're indicted. Oh, okay, I can't wait to get clarifiers on these. What is crowning MaraLago? Fighting, obstructing, yada, yada, yada. This 9th house lands far away. Taurus, I have. Taurus, I think these are the courts saying, I've got some indictments. And that could have been Navarro. Shared resources. he wants to just hide and keep them under wraps. The Four of Swords. Don't look. You guys, their stuff is going to get unsealed. I swear to God. Your partner. Fourth house roots. This is Queen of Pentacles. This is... China pops into my mind. And there goes my throat. Oh my gosh. So he's heartbroken because things aren't really going well with another nation. Sanctions is not happy. Russia is not happy at all. The third house, ninth house, faith. Ace of Swords, that's an op. That is an attack. Six of Pentacles. Page of Swords. The Devil. Yeah, I feel like he is wanting them to do some more of these, you know, actions, mass events. Second house, income gains, partner. Yeah, because the partner, seventh house partner, is the one who's supposed to set things off, is supposed to give each of them money and gains. But this partner, fourth house roots, cannot be defended here at MaraLago anymore. He's got some problems. Okay, so Donald, what is this? The King of Swords and Uranus genius. What's genius? Page of Cups. I think trying to cover something up, distract something, because there is something coming up. I want to say it's J6, but J6 has been showing as the Queen of Swords. The King of Swords has been showing as the Justice Department. And they're having a problem because this is what they don't want people to see. So some type of activity is going to happen as a distraction. What are you fighting about? Fighting. He's had enough. Just sloppy. What's going on with your seventh house partner? Another nation. Money and power. This has to be China. This has to be China. And intelligence. There's more intelligence coming out with China. This is a big, hot mess for him. This is not good. How are you guys doing? Oh, buffering. Ah! How long was I buffering? Darn it. How long was I buffering? Cripe. Well, I know, Shockwave, that's ridiculous. They're gonna, journals will be charged for being on public school property. It's so ridiculous. Okay. You missed 6543. Okay. Ah, that's a long time. Well, I guess I touched a nerve. So the sixth house here, the government is all over him, and he's really trying to keep things under wraps. His moon is right there as well, so this really means a lot to him to keep it under wraps. What are we keeping under wraps here? I mean, we've got eclipse points here of releasing stuff. What is this about? Oh, God. Okay, so what I'm getting from this, you guys know this Five of Cups card, this is like my China-Russia card, basically. That whatever's going on here in the U.S. that they're trying to affect, whether or not they, they have their mafiosos on the ground here. I mean, this could include Israel as well. There's a bridge. I can see Russia from my patio. But it represents a hostile nation coming into the U.S. They enter through one of the cups to get what they want, ransack, cause mischief, mass events, and they ransack through stuff, get what they want, cause a mess, and we can't really see them exit through a different door as like a different sponsor or like a different entity, okay? And that's how they're back. This is their back channel-y crap. There's judgments coming out that people are going to have to forfeit and trying to keep balance and keep this under control. It has to do with the government that he does not want to come out. So that's the 6th house day-to-day routine stuff. Oh, there's the devil. Yeah, that is Putin. It is Trump. It's all them a-holes. You know, here, the 5th house of the sun, we had not so much fire in the belly, wanting to get stuff done, or trying to disguise. I feel like what's going, what? He does not feel motivated. Are you motivated? What's this lack of motivation about? Because the Queen of Pentacles over here, another nation, is not very happy. We're seeing how unhappy this foe, this partner, is overseas, and it's affecting income and timing. So he's lacking fire because the Queen of Pentacles, another nation, is lacking fire. The Justice, this is unfair. Like maybe we've got indictments over here. It's like unfair what's coming out. Well, what's unfair about the Justice Department? Oh, oligarchs, self-dealing, not fair. They're coming to take our stuff, and it's just, we can't even get a settlement out of it. We can't even renege things. We're just screwed. This is hitting them where it really hurts. Okay, then we have this. You guys didn't get the 4th house. It was 6543 that messed up. So in the 4th house, home defenses, water element sensing. This is like a flood, you guys. Things are not going right. And it's here in this 4th house. This is your space when you're at home and you're comfy and people don't really see you and you go for security and comfort and kind of where you like to unwind privately. This sensing things not going well is right here. This is your foundation. This is effed up for him. And we've got the Empress card here. It wasn't totally reversed, but it wasn't straight up either. It's like things are teetering. Things are teetering. And it's bothering. Oh, what's teetering? The Knight of Wands. The 5 of Pentacles. The Moon. He cannot take action to do these deals, these inside job deals with like the China or the Russia. It's really a very big problem, causing so much heartache with how they're going to be able to keep doing what they're doing. I think it's because of sanctions, you guys. So here in the comms, though, remember I was saying the GOP, their ascendant, that degree is right here with communications. MaraLago has the 9th house of faith. This is always a go-to Putin card. What are you going to do to help me? This is up to you. I'm communicating this from them, this, that. These are his lines of communication. So what's going with the GOP here? Fighting. Abiding by the rules, not fighting? wants them to fight. I don't know if they want to fight. What's going on here at GOP? Oh, the Ten of Swords. The Four of Swords. I'm getting that they can only do this for so long. They're having some discussions themselves about justice. They are wavering. This is not going well. They're done. They're done. They won't fight anymore. Oops. I don't know. Was that here? I think I lost a card somewhere. 6543. But that's only as far as we need to go anyway. So there is some real heartache going on, treason, betrayal going on for him. He needs some help. These guys are pissed at him. The government's breathing down all their backs, and the only way he has a way out of here is to keep fighting and keep triggering mass events that like we're seeing. And the GOP is starting to wig out a little bit. That is so interesting. How are you guys doing? Yeah, so has anything happened this weekend? I think I just saw I guess he had a rally, another sad rally. But I will tell you, Meadows and they are now totally cooperating because they're caught. And just because they weren't arrested doesn't mean they're getting away with it, because this is kind of what is just starting the nightmare. We are in Taurus, Scorpio eclipses. They've got a long road ahead of them. If they're cooperating, they're looking at years before this stuff is resolved for them to be done with cooperating. So I don't want anyone to feel badly that they're not arrested. Yep, he is. They say Putin is dying. He looks like crap. I keep asking for a natural, by natural causes. That's what I'm looking for. I keep praying for natural causes. Just come on. We welcome you with open arms, natural causes. Okay, so that was MaraLago. I didn't write those down. Let's take a look at Russia real quick, okay? That's Kyiv. Oh, where are you? That's Beijing. Okay. Oh. This is so interesting. This is why it's such a problem. Okay, where did you go? In the skies over Russia at the new moon, Gemini, the midheaven is 7 degrees Cancer. Donald Mercury and his children are 8 degrees Cancer. This is lands far away. That Tarotscope we just saw, these are the agreements. There's a lot of Trump-Russia stuff coming up, you guys. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. So what's going on here in Moscow? I know the last couple times I've done the Tarotscope it's like Putin is just taking up space. He's not really the real leader. It's like people are just kind of waiting for him to go. And was it last week or the week before? I don't know if he was on pain meds or something, but the vision I kept having of him, there he is again. Now he is face down in the water. The vision I kept having of him a couple weeks ago was he almost he's a grown-up adult, but almost like he was back in a high chair like a baby toddler. And he is fixated on something, watching it and screaming, belly laughing about whatever he's watching, pointing at it, and just keeps repeating the same behavior pattern. I'm like, he must be on some serious painkillers, because he just was not there couldn't care. He just wanted to watch whatever little toy was entertaining him. Like, people couldn't talk to him. He was just so in another world. And now when I just saw him face down again, like in a lagoon, remember I kept seeing him like face down in like a lagoon or a bay, and there were all these boats and all these things. Well, lately, when I see him face down, all the boats have left, and I think it's, there goes my throat. Because they've all been seized, and because of sanctions. Like, there's something really important going on with those boats being taken and him face down in the water. And he's like wearing, like, you know, that image of him where he's like on a horse, those khaki pants on. It's like he's got those khaki pants on, no shirt, face down in the water. And the sun, like in the summertime, it's like really warm, probably like 3 hours before sunset, 3-4 hours. So mid-afternoon. And I keep getting this same image of him. What's going on with you, Moscow? There's a big link to China also trying to help Russia run its government while Putin is kind of compromised. What's the secret here in Moscow? And the hidden enemy? Your networks. What are you doing? Your networks. It's crowning you in the skies over... House, lands far away. That sun and moon are right there. Shared resources. Money. Eclipse, shocking. North node, Mercury retrograde. Wow, that is a really crappy 8th house. They can't get away from that. Partners. 6th house, military. Look at that. Look at all this in their military. They got the Mars, Jupiter, Neptune. Mars has since gone over the 7th house. So it's gone from the 6th house of military day-to-day routine, and now it is energized in this area of partnership or opponent. Do you guys see, like, since Mercury went direct, like Russia's been, they lost 3 generals today. 3? Who does that? Russia. But I believed Putin made the decision to go to war during Mercury retrograde during the Olympics. And I believe that is why he had a horrible 90-day start to the war. He was making gains the last several weeks, but I'm like, Mercury's retrograde. So he's able to do what he wants to do, but now Mercury went direct, and hello, 3 generals gone. Saturn is retrograde. It's like the wheels are going to fall off again. 5th house of the sun. Who's the 5th house of the sun? Oh, I'm told put that back. 5th house of the sun. What's going on with this? 4th house. What's going on, Moscow? Oh, nope. They definitely do not want their people watching Top Gun. It's like when those classic feel good. They hate it when Americans feel good and happy and proud. It's so amazing. On the ascendant. Sagittarius, I see. Donald had that. Oh. Do you see this? Sagittarius, I see. Lands far away, the law. Blessings. Someone's getting sacrificed. There's a death. Pluto transformation. Blessings. I'm feeling around a couple, like this is like a new war plan, but Grand Trine blessings, I feel like they're upping what's going on, lands far away here. Neptune sacrifice and Pluto. Okie doke. Who are you? Moscow. Okay, there you go. Donald, remember this? had this up here in the 11th house of networks. It seemed like this is like an attack, a terrorist attack, but it was with his friends. And look at Moscow's got it right here, right there. It's your secret, Moscow. Oh, water. This is your secret. It is upright, assessing what's going on. Donald, this was a problem for him because it was reversed here at home in his private secret space. The hidden enemy, Moscow, is the revelation. Oh my God. Are you seeing a pattern here? Because this was like this for Donald in the 6th house of military, day-to-day activity. And this is the hidden enemy. It's like it's going to hurt both of them because it's on the same continuum. This is bad luck, bad fortune. Networks, Moscow. God. Okay, indictments. Donald had this in the 9th house, lands far away. They have this in the area of their networks. I have in my possession something. Leo rules this, so this has to be about a world leader, a leader. It's crowning you, Moscow. China, moon, soul. China is in charge, you guys. What's crowning? Yeah, China's in charge. Or this is the most important. They're in a freaking war in Ukraine. What's crowning them, going through their minds, should be your dear leader in strategy and winning. No, it's someone else. Wow. 9th house, lands far away. Oh my God. There goes my throat is dry. Okay, this is reversed. They don't have any faith in what's going on with the laws. Somewhere, well, there's the sun and moon. This is the president and the people not having faith in that or the function of law enforcement. And for them overseas, Donald had this right here. He's still counting on them to do something. Shared resources, Moscow. 12th house escape. They have a secret. They want to keep it a secret with what they're sensing through MaraLago. Donald had Pisces, I believe, here. Kind of the same thing. Pisces, I believe, is the big secret thing that they're willing to die on a hill for, to cover up no matter what, because they're going to be in trouble. It is kind of like showing. 7th house, Moscow. The North Node. Life's purpose. This is your partner or adversary. We've got Chiron there, the wound. I feel like this is their friend Donald having a problem. Are you having... We'll find out. 6th house, day-to-day military, part of fortune. Really? They have had their arses sanctioned. More have been sanctioned. Their day-to-day operations are increasing in something. We know this is not the military because the military, they lost 3 generals today. So who is increasing stuff? I think Donald had that over there. 5th house of the sun. Gemini, I think. These are the twins. I think Moscow has 2 leaders. Ding and dong. Putin G. There are 2 factors leading Moscow, and China is crowning them. In the skies above. 4th house, defenses. Oh. The 8th house of beginnings and endings. Something is taking place. Something is being set into motion. Well, that is interesting. 8th house. Begin and reverse. And I don't think they want anyone to know it because it's a secret and they're sensing the time for it. Third house comms, digital. Oh, fourth house roots. So they're talking about, wow, this is interesting. So the way they're having their discussions over there in Moscow, Sagittarius is the law, lands far away. Their comms have to do with their security. And their security has to do with how things are changing. They don't want anyone to know, and they're sensing some sort of timing. Second house income gains. There we go. Seventh house partners. Again, Donald had this in the exact same place. And Moscow, this is their destiny. Their purpose with their partner. God, look at all these arrows. And it all depends on how this pivot point. This is their center of it's almost like they're really balancing on something here. Wow. Okay. Moscow, who are you? Who are you this week? Got that genius card. The secret. Hidden enemy. Thought I was having a high pitched. No, not yet. I had one earlier. No, this is a different high pitch. This like feels like divine feminine high pitch. Okay, this is very distracting. I can't even describe this high pitched. It sounds like it's rolling and spinning. How about that? Divine feminine. There's hope. What are you telling me? Why do I have this card? This Four of Swords keeps showing you guys. What is up with the Four Swords? I would just ask, is someone Putin dead? My wishful thinking, but why does this keep coming up? This sound, the Queen of Cups, something is ending here. This tower is ending. Something's coming to an end that is just... What is getting thrown off the rails? This Chariot reversed. Defenses. Defenses to new plans. Okay. There's flippers. Things are, and they're trying to keep quiet about it. That's what Divine Feminine is working on. That's very nice. Thank you. How are you guys doing? Okay. Moscow. This is the Kremlin. The Kremlin. Oh. Okay. So, not so good news. It has to be addressed, and there's whisperings of how to confront it, attack it. What is it? Something is going off the rails. I think that was just that high-pitched sound that I just heard. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Who are you, Moscow? Wait, let me write this down. So this dream card too is kind of related to NSO, spyware, surveillanceware, planting seeds and ideas. Who are you? Oh, Uranus genius. First house. Something is being planned. This is surprise. This could be a terrorist attack. Who's talking about this? Because the Carol card is for like higher ups, governments making decisions. These are people like officials talking one to another. And this one says, what? The Knight is, huh? And that one says, this one is suggesting to this one, we've made the decision, this is the attack per the Queen of Pentacles, a different nation, and these are your instructions. We've given you the intel, we've given you the spies, and terror. There's some terrorism they are still carrying out. Like, I think it's like what's happening here. Much. Knight Swords, pages, 8 swords. Oh, that 3 pentacles on there. So that's that. What's the secret then in Moscow? The King of Cups. That is that Putin or Biden? King of Cups, the oligarch. He needs to be kept comfortable. That's the secret. They're sensing they have to keep Putin comfortable. The hidden enemy, Moscow. They're caught on data intercepts. Whatever is going on here that's going to be revealed, same with Donald, the hidden enemy is that they are on intercepts. That is data. They have there's just a long list of intercepts. Can't get around it. 11th house, Moscow, see, they have the timing. They have the wherewithal to trigger stuff. They have the means of which to do this. Donald was relying on someone to do some fancy terrorism work for them, and this is the one who sets up the time to do it. Crowning Moscow. We've got China. And the 5 of Pentacles. Now, that's not voter suppression. I feel like I want to say similar to Uvalde and keeping everyone out. Or if this is keeping people out of the loop. Something is coming in fast that they want to disguise. And it has to do with what they think is unfair, but, all the rules and laws that they break. Okay. 9th house. Faith, 2 of Wands, reversed. Oops. The plan isn't going accordingly. This is a problem they've got with the law and something overseas. Also, yeah. 6 of Cups. This was my card for their invasion in the Ukraine. This is not going according to plan. This is a big problem. 12th house, escape. These are the shared assets. This is the thing they want to keep secret. Oh my gosh. These are their plans. It could be like their military strategic plans, but I see this with these guys all the time with the propaganda again, the op again, the distraction again, the another shooting again. But it's reversed. Something with these ops are, there goes my throat, is getting exposed. 7th house, partners. Someone got caught. Oh, someone is in trouble. Day-to-day ops, something is increasing. I don't know what, because they're getting the news. What? An increase of bad news? What are you getting? It's coming. The fall of the Trump dynasty? There's a whole poop ton of news that they're expecting to come out that is just not good for their day-to-day ops. It's so much. We've got two leaders, it seems, there in Moscow. Yes, they do. The Two of Cups. They've got an agreement. Who's leading the show? Two of Cups. Oh, I said put this one here. Oh my gosh, who's leading the show? There is some decisions need to be made there. There's one too many people in the kitchen who's trying to run the show there in Moscow. That is, oh my gosh. Fourth house defenses. This is China. This is China. Their agreement. They have to change something with their agreements with China because things are changing quickly, because they're communicating about the United States, what the United States is doing to them. Oops, sorry. Charlie, get your butt out of Ukraine and everything's okay. This is hurting them. Seventh house partners. The Six Wands mob. Not being able to fight anymore. Because someone got caught over here. Ooh, wow. So it seems to me there's kind of two things happening in Moscow. Problems, well, maybe three. The sanctions, this war they cannot sustain. They're getting a boatload of problems. There's something coming in about Donald. Putin has to be kept comfortable. And how are they going to try to run this government? Because it's just not going very well. Wow. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens this week. I know I am just expecting a lot of crap to happen before as we get closer to the 9th. So you guys stay safe. Check your surroundings. If you don't need to be out, don't go out. Enjoy yourself, okay? The thing is, go see Top Gun Maverick. I just feel like that movie was trying to say we're so much closer to recognizing ourselves and being who we are. It's this stuff. I just got last gasp to try to hang on to control so badly. Their backs are up against the wall. Donald is dejected. He's like kicking cans. He's just kind of running out of options. The playbook is not working. It's not working. Not working. So I'm going to end it there. I just wanted to make sure that I came on and addressed these things because it's going to be I know I keep saying it, but it is. It's going to be crazy. This new moon Gemini is hitting MaraLago sideways. Or is it no Trump Tower? Oh boy, stuff is good. Trump Tower. Something's going on. Something, you guys. So that's the other part of the story. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get to that. So you guys, thanks so much for coming by. Thank you, moderators. Thanks so much for all your generous donations. I appreciate your patience so much. We've got softball tournaments all summer. I'm new at this stuff, so again, kind of flying by the seat of my pants, but not as badly as before, okay? So, oh boy. Martine on Zev Shalov narrative last week. Gotta check that out. Charlie Smith, Queen, I think you're right. China has her shit all over this Putin. He is totally. You're welcome, Bonnie Douglas. Thank you, Electra. Thank you, Sharon Sipe. Thank you, Paisley. You are great. Okay, I will have to catch up on Zev. I know that there's a lot of stuff coming out of Missouri. If you guys follow Eric Garland, he's breaking it all down about the crime, corruption, but everything, what's happening with these kids. It's basically, he feels like all the governments local are getting turned upside down.